Hey guys, good evening everyone. Welcome to our Friday episode of our daily stock market insights. Today is September 11th and it's a weekend once again. I hope you are having a great time. And thank you for those people who have already dropped a comment for their requests. I'll try to cover everything, but I already have chosen some of the stocks that I will be covering for this episode. Don't worry, tomorrow I will have another session where I could cover more. Alright, so feel free to drop a comment in case your stock is not covered in this episode. Okay, and in the meantime, if this is your first time to watch our video, I'm inviting you to hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're always updated whenever we have new videos. Okay, let's get started. Let's take a look at PSEi. What happened to our index this Friday? Okay, still moving sideways, right? As you can see here, we're just here at the MA20 area. It looks like there's just some slight overshoot below the MA20 line, but I see some consolidation happening already. So hopefully our stocks in the index will slowly recover, and I'm plotting our support around the 5,918 area. There, slightly higher or lower is fine, because this used to be your resistance. You have some support there, so this could already be our nearest support for the index. Now let's take a look at our stocks. Okay, so slowly, I just feel like slowly it is starting to move a little higher now. If this is indeed going to pursue the increase in price, so this could already mean a higher low, right? Previously we stopped at 5,700 and now we bounced around 5,908, so that's a good sign. Let's take a look at NIKL, one of the trending stocks here in the in Investograms. Okay, why do you think? So it has moved high, or it has already rallied to the upside for several months now, and I think I've covered this in my previous episodes, that I said that this area is going to be our resistance, and indeed it has respected that, and slowly we are moving downwards, and in fact we even crossed the MA20 line. And MA20 is a very powerful indicator that once you cross that, all the MAs are actually very powerful. MA20, MA50, some people would tinker with these moving averages, but indeed MA20 is a very popular one, that in the event you cross that and you go below that, it simply means that your MA20 could now act as a resistance. And so far, for 3 straight days, we are having some difficulty breaking or crossing that level. So I just feel like there will be some more selling pressure for this stock, and we might see some more dips in the coming days. The nearest would be around 2.80. I'm not saying it will stop totally there, but who knows, we could see some recovery right away. 2.80, 2.83, that's the level I'm looking at for our nearest support. This used to be a resistance, became a support here, also resistance here, and a support at this level. There you have it. So these are really significant points here supporting our analysis. 2.83, it might reach that level before it tries to go sideways and recover again. Hopefully it doesn't break that anymore, but we can go ahead and of course cover that. Just continue requesting so that we could be reminded of it. FNI is the next one. FNI just still respecting your MA20, right? Let us see if this will hold. MA20 is acting as our support at the moment. 3 days straight. Once the price reaches this level, you see some slight bounces there. So one area to observe at the moment, 1.23. But so far, if you are a a position trader. For position traders, this will not look very attractive because it has already climbed up so much, and people are already starting to take profit. But if you are a long-term investor, you wouldn't really mind because you know that there will be some more big potentials here. So I haven't really conducted a very thorough deep dive of this stock. So just go ahead and research the fundamentals and the health, financial health of the business, and that will help you in your decision. In the meantime, if you are a long-term investor, see how far we have dropped since 2015. But if you don't really mind waiting, then this could be your sign. But try to haggle because I just feel like in case this 1.23 gets broken, you can still get this at a much lower price. Who knows? It could even drop up to well, it will drop around the 1.07, 1.09 area first before uh, taking off. So those are your key levels. You can also do a Fibonacci retracement so that you know the key areas where it could potentially drop and bounce. Okay. So apart from the MA20, you see this, right? I'm still holding on to my first area of support because MA20 is a very powerful level. Another drop could be a 1.23 or 1, and then go slower than that. So those are your key areas to watch out for if you want to see, if you want to check where you could possibly enter. So that's for FNI. Dito, another popular stock, starting to gain some more momentum. Okay, third day or fourth day green at the moment. Um, by the way, there's a gap down that happened here. So I just feel like this will be filled very soon. We have not filled that yet. So most likely we'll be going up. If this level will be broken and we go beyond that, that's a good sign. We will be filling this gap. And your nearest resistance could be the next level would be around 3.83. Okay, but overall, of course, if you want to hold on to your position and wait till D2 launches its third telco, then this could be promising overall in terms of long-term investing. You're at a very good level right now. Okay, so far 3.48, guys. 3.48 is our nearest resistance. Okay, because we see this. But if it goes beyond that, let's say it goes gap up on Monday, that's an even better story. Then we might see some more push in the price. Next level would be 3.83 as our next resistance. Next one is IDC. Whoops, stop. IDC. Okay, wow. IDC managed to trigger the upper Bollinger Band and we came from a constricted one. Paired it with the right volume. I just feel like we have some interesting play here. Looks like it, right? A very interesting play in by next week. Yeah. So if you want to get in, try to we just don't know. We could have a gap up on Monday or uh, a slight retracement if the market will give us a chance. Probably around 1.94 would be a good level. I just feel like if you really are going to wait till 1.84, I'm not sure if the market will give us a chance there. But 1.95 actually is already a good level to start accumulating. As I feel like this stock is really going to move some more higher. Look at that. Where are we? We've been moving sideways since April, and then slowly, great volume here, and we triggered the upper Bollinger Band from a constricted Bollinger Band, and it triggers the upper band. That's a good story. Look at this. Look what happened right on this day. When it triggered the upper Bollinger Band, you have a significant increase in the price. And we could repeat that. Another one over here. This could repeat these scenarios. It triggered the upper band, you see a significant increase in the price. We could have that here as well. 1.95 if you want to haggle, or if you want to get in right away. Just time the market and see if our analysis would be correct. Otherwise, yeah, you just set your stop loss levels. Make sure to exit early, because if you are not able to exit early and the downside or the negative goes really huge, I suggest to stay, because it's so difficult to cut a loss that's already around 20%, right? If your risk tolerance is if it's beyond your risk tolerance level and you're not able to cut your losses early, I'd say just stay there instead. Wait for it to recover, because the nature of the stock, eventually it will recover, but the only thing that you will lose here is time. And we feel that time is also important, but if you have other means of income, it's up to you. You can stay there for a little longer and look at it in a longer perspective instead. So if you're going to look at it in a long-term investing perspective, we're still at a healthy level. Next one is Mart. Mart, okay. So we're still at the lower level or below the MA20 line. At the moment, this MA20 is acting as a resistance. There you have it. So if it breaks that green line that we plotted there, or yellow line, okay, so if it goes beyond that, then that's a good sign. You have a breakout scenario, and you can probably buy some more when that happens. In the meantime, this is having a difficult time breaking that. So don't get in yet. Don't take any action as of yet, because let's see. The next possible drop, if it goes down further, I see it dropping around 2.75. There's a support right here, and then it also touched at this level. So in case this does not break this line, then it could potentially drop some more. Next one, JFC. JFC still in the 130, yeah, 135.60 level. So look at that. It had a difficult time breaking your MA20 line. So I don't know, maybe it will go back here. Hopefully not. But a lot of selling pressure still over here. I just feel like it might revisit your 1.26 level for this stock. Okay, so don't do anything yet. I know this is already very cheap, but I think you can still get it at a much cheaper price. Let's try to catch it around 126 then. Next one is AGI. AGI, oh, I hope you guys are already profitable. This for me is a sign of weakness. That's a candlestick. I think that's a shooting star. Now when it appears right at the resistance level or near your resistance, then that could mean a possible change in direction. So for now, people are most likely taking profit because it has already climbed up so much. So if it drops, and let's say uptrend is still, if it is still respecting the uptrend channel, this is how it would look like. Okay, so if it drops, try to catch it very near this yellow line, and I'm thinking it might drop up to 6.47 here. So this is what I am seeing. So it goes down, and then we don't know, maybe it will break this part eventually. If it breaks that, then that means it's still respecting the uptrend channel. Okay, so 6.45 is the nearest support that I'm looking at. So try to catch it. Don't rush, because I just feel like it is going to retrace. So for now, imagine this has already increased just in the past week alone. You already had a 15% gain for those people who may have entered, and at the moment they're just taking profit. PNB. PNB. Okay, well, you had a gap up, but the candlestick is the green version of that red shooting star. So, just in case it drops some more, because you had a gap up here, I just think that it will revisit that and fill that gap first before it fully takes off. But I think we are already on our way there. We are about to just shoot up in price, because we have already dropped so much. Look at that. And then we went sideways, and we came from a very constricted Bollinger Band, and we started triggering the upper band. See that? So I just feel like we will have some more bullish movements. It's just that we don't go on a straight line. We all know that. People will be taking profit. There will be some slight retracements, but overall, we see the sentiment being bullish. And if the market gives you a chance very near 21.82, that's a much better entry. Volume is starting to pick up. Imagine that it almost doubles every day. The next one is HLCM. HLCM revisiting your MA20 line. That's normal. The market is giving you a chance at a cheaper level. 5.63 is the nearest support I'm looking at. Okay, 5.63. So we might see some sideways here first before it takes off fully. Next is fruit. Fruit, starting to show some positive sentiment here. We crossed the MA20 line and we just went doji, but still higher than the MA20 level. Let's just use the 1.18 as our support level, or 1.19. We're still doing sideways, right? As you can see, but a little lift in price. Your upper Bollinger Band is starting to open up as well. Do you see that? So if it continues to trigger the upper band, then that's a good sign. We're very constricted at the moment, and that's what we are waiting for there. And we're at the bottom. See that? We're at the bottom. Although one thing we need to also take note of, we need to check how their financial situation looks like, given that a lot of the malls are, there are not a lot of traffic in the malls today, and probably the business is also affected. So I think it might take some time before this stock recovers. Let me see their dividend. 0.1. Okay, let's use 1.19 as our support, and we're just basing our analysis on the chart. Okay, it's your assignment. You go check the disclosure. Next one is Ali. Ali is still moving very near the MA20 line, but for how many days it was not able to successfully break that. So we don't really know if I just feel like we will we might have some pullbacks or retracement for this stock. The volume is not that much, as you can see here. As we move, as we try to break the MA20 line, the volume is starting to decline. Okay, and just in case it retraces, let's try to see how the market behaves when it touches 29.23. As I feel like there's a big possibility that it might go back to that level before it takes off. Look at this. Overall, you have a big potential for this stock because at one point it even reached 53 level. Now, if you're into dividend, okay, you want to take advantage of the market and earn through passive income. Let's see how dividend play comes into the picture here. November, December, January, February, March. So how many times do they release in a year? 0.26 March to March. Okay, looks like this stock gives out twice a year of dividend. Well, it depends, no? March. Okay, let's just peg it at twice a year at 25, so 50 cents. So if you are going to rely on dividend, so 0.50, and the price right now is 2030 level, okay? So 0.50 divided by 30, 1.6, not that much. Okay, and like I know this stock, this one over here, if you know a stock that gives out a promising dividend every time or high paying stocks, share it on the comment section. But so far, this is the stock I know that gives out a promising dividend per year. But this one only gives out once a year, 1.25, and then price right now is around 9.79. So 1.25, let's say, and divided by 9.79. Let's say you purchase it at that level. That's a 12.7% increase per year. So we don't know. Maybe in the future, if you go long term for this stock, this 1.25 could even increase. What if it goes back to this level before? Well, that's a unique setup. I think they were really profitable in that year. 300% additional stocks. 1.25. This one 5 pesos. What if 2 years from now, 3 years from now, this stock gives out a 5 peso dividend, and then you bought it right at this level, around 9 point something? How much is that? Even if you would only be paid once a year, that is very promising. 53%. So sometimes for those long-term investors, it really pays off. Not much action, but your passive income would really be a good source of revenue, hopefully someday, right? So if you know a stock that gives out good dividends, you can share it below, so we could also learn and try to look at it. I know GMA7 as well, but I'm not really a big fan of TV networks anymore because everything's just migrating to online platform. Here, how much is this? It's so hard to because it overlaps. Okay, never mind. The last one was back in June. 0.30 divided by 5. 0.30 divided by 5. That's 6%, but it only gives out when, so this one 2019, April 2019, April, May. Yeah, once a year. But I can't recall any other stock, but maybe you can share. Most of the stocks in the Philippine market, they give out really very small. Oh, Tel. There's another one, Tel. Tel gives out good dividends, 38, and it gives out March, April, May, June, July, August. So twice a year, 36, 36, 36 times 2. Let's say you purchase it at 1,485, 1,485. That's just a 4.8%. But SEC is the really, I was so shocked when I saw that. And at the same time, the price level of SEC right now is very attractive. In fact, I was looking at so see that we are now flatlining here at the bottom for how many weeks? Since actually July. And we go back there. So we're slightly higher now. But I tried to look for SEC here. Company list, SEC. Over here. And if you go to company disclosures, you will notice that this one, I saw this. The owner has been buying shares, 11,000 shares at 9.62 back in September, last September 7th. Okay, and then here's another one. A day before that, where was that? See this? It's not showing. I'm not sure if it's going to show on my screen. Oh, because it's a pop-up. Just go ahead and click those. If you see statement of changes in beneficial ownership of securities, you can check, because sometimes this is where you will see insider, purchases. So officers, even CEOs are buying stocks of the company because they feel that the price level is already at a very cheap area, and they could be profitable buying it at that level. So when I saw that, I just felt like, I think this is already a very good level, because even the owners are starting to buy some shares, and they for sure know the current condition of the performance of the company, and they're buying some more shares. So that's a good sign. That could give you some more conviction that we are now at a very cheap level of, in fact, anywhere from 9.29 to 9.79. For me, let's say it gives you a chance at 9.52, go ahead and consider adding some funds there. Even if you won't make any move, just let your stock stay there. That's a good approximately 10% gain each year. And who knows, a year or two from now, when everything's back to normal, cash dividends could be much higher than this. And for long-term investors, probably something to consider as a form of passive income there. Okay, so there you have it, our bite-sized learning for tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and feel free to drop a comment if you have any additional insights that you think we could learn from. And yeah, thank you, and bye bye for now.